Hi everybody, this is Jen from Cookies, Cupcakes, and Cardio.com, and I'm here with my friend Dawn from the Learning Station.
Hi everybody. Hi Jen.
Hi Dawn. So we are here in California at YouTube Space LA, and Dawn and I have been wanting to do a collab together for a while.
Yes, we have.
Because I teach kindergarten, if some of you don't know that yet, and Dawn has an excellent kids channel and programs, and you do live entertainment and everything.
All the time. Don't deal with fruit though. This is going to be really fun.
Yeah, so we're taking advantage of the fresh fruits and vegetables that we have down here in California, and we are going to be making rainbow fruit kebabs and with a watermelon grill.
Wow. Looks so cool. I can't wait to get started.
So why wait? Let's get started.
Let's do it.
So what we're going to do first on is assemble our fruit kebabs. What color starts off our rainbow?
I think red should start it off.
Absolutely. So our red fruit is strawberries. So grab a strawberry.
All right, grabbing a strawberry.
Now just to add a little bit more element of excitement here, I've got a bunch of different little cutters here, and they're actually fondant cutters. They're from Ateco, in case you need to know where to buy them. So I'm going to start, the strawberries work really well with the heart shape.
Okay.
So I just press it down there and then pop it out just like that. So you can go ahead and do that.
Oh, that's cool. And just pop it out like that, huh? Let's see if that works.
Pretty close.
Oh, pretty close.
As long as it's got the corners rounded a little bit, it's perfect.
What do you think?
So now, perfect. So grab a wooden skewer here. Now these I got at the grocery store. You can find them lots of different places, Target, anywhere like that. And I'm just going to hold the flat end in my hand. And then you want to be careful because these are kind of sharp. And I'm just putting it onto there.
Don't run with these. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, don't run with them and don't put them in your mouth. Okay. And then slide it all the way to the end, probably leaving about an inch difference at the back there.
Okay. Whoa.
Very careful. Your technique is excellent. Much carefuler than mine.
Well, I want to show them the actual outside of the strawberries. Yours must have shown the inside, right?
Good point.
Yeah.
Good thing you're here.
It's a good thing.
You think it's my first day at this job or something?
Is it?
Okay, so after red comes our orange, and we're going to be using cantaloupe for orange.
Cantaloupe.
So whichever shape you want to, I will go with, let's go with the diamond one here.
Okay, I'm going to go with the circle because I've got something that I could do almost as big as...
Awesome.
Right?
Yeah, and like with this kind of fruit, you can have a cutter. Like if you have these cutters, it's fine. If you don't, you can just use a knife and freehand them, or you don't even have to do it at all. Like these cutters are just a little extra excitement.
And this is a cantaloupe.
Yep, it's a cantaloupe.
And they're growing where?
I have no idea.
But they're on the ground, right?
They're on the ground, yes. In little bushes, right?
Like pumpkins.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've cut our fruit in the thickness of about 3/4 of an inch to an inch thick, but you can keep them nice and thin if you want to. Now you're just going to thread that one on here again. Again, be careful.
Wow, this one doesn't slide
It's
as
a
well
little,
as
no,
the strawberry.
it's a little bit harder. Orange back there.
Can you see me, Jen?
I can see you. It's awesome. Okay, up next comes yellow.
You did 2 of those. Should I do another circle?
No, I just did that because it had a little bit of edge and
Okay.
I was being picky.
Okay.
This one has a little bit of edge too, but it's no big deal. Thanks for pointing out my mistake.
We wouldn't want to eat that though, right?
No. Okay, up next, pineapple.
Pineapple.
And again, choose whatever shape you want.
And you have to be careful with these because they are a little bit rough.
They are, yeah. Sometimes they're pokey, right? And
square.
yeah. So I'm doing rectangle. Dawn's got a square there. So this is a nice, healthy treat to have with your family.
So are you thinking that the square should go like this because it's a square? Or
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Because I've got the diamond here, so
Yeah, the diamond is...
you don't want to mess up any children.
No. This is really cool.
They're going to be very pretty.
It's juicy too. Did you notice that?
I've noticed. Okay, next up are kiwis for green.
Good thing we washed our hands
Yes.
for at least a few minutes each before we started this.
Exactly.
Because I'm sure...
We're going to have to wash them again after.
Yeah, because they're sticky, not because we're trying to get rid of the germs. Okay, kiwi.
Kiwis. I'm going to try this star, see if it goes.
And these are really interesting because the inside looks nothing like you would think the outside looks.
The outside is brown and furry. Could almost pass as a brown fruit.
Or a potato.
Yeah, exactly. So I've got my kiwi star here.
I'll give you that. I'm going to do a kiwi heart.
An interesting fact that I learned this year, actually it was last year, about kiwis.
Yep.
You can eat them like an apple and not worry about peeling the skin off.
No way.
I know,
You can
and
eat
I
that
did
fur?
not believe it at all. But if you actually try it, we can do that after our video.
Okay.
If you actually try eating it like an apple, you don't even notice the skin.
a
Okay,
big
so
word.
we've got red, orange, yellow, green. Now for blue, blueberries. In the center of a blueberry obviously is not blue, but it's really hard to find a blue fruit. I don't even think a blue fruit actually exists.
Well, raspberry popsicles.
That's natural, right?
Yeah, no, they're not really a fruit, are they? But they do really, really turquoise popsicles.
Yes.
And they call them raspberry, right? So
was
these
gonna
have like
put-
a flesh-colored inside, right?
Yeah. Let's slice one up here.
And blueberries grow in a bush.
Blueberry bush, yeah, we have those, and we've got lots of, I'm not sure if we can see
Right.
any of that or anything, but they're basically white in the middle, nice and clear. But in Canada, we have huckleberries
Yes.
that look like blueberries.
Yep.
I'm not sure if we have too many, I know we have blueberry bushes. For like our purple, we're going to be using blackberries.
Cool.
And those grow quite rampant, especially on the west coast, like in the Vancouver, Victoria area.
Okay.
And those, again, you can just stand underneath them and pick them off if you can brave the,
Shoot me.
if you can
Oh, wow.
deal with the prickles in the blackberry
Oh,
bushes.
they taste just like mulberries, actually.
So for the purple, it's a little bit difficult. You could find like a purple grape. I couldn't find those, so I thought it'd be good for a blackberry, because if you've ever squished a blackberry,
Yeah, it's pretty messy.
should we? It
Pops.
tends to be a little bit purpley. It's a little bit messy and purple.
Okay.
So yeah, that's why we're using that one for purple.
I did one vertically and one horizontally.
Wow,
just to
you
break
are
it up.
really stepping out of your
But I
comfort
really
zone.
like yours a lot more than mine.
They're both beautiful. So we're going to set these off to the side. We'll make a couple more. And then next we're going to show everybody how to make the barbecue grill. No, not the barbecue grill. The
Yeah, it's a grill.
watermelon
See?
grill.
But if you call it a barbecue grill, it kind of takes care of both Canadian and right?
It's
That's
all of
it.
North America.
New name for it, barbecue grill.
Yes. So we've got everything here set up for the watermelon grill. And what we're going to be using each is half of a watermelon. It's just a little round one. It's about 6 inches in diameter. We're going to be using celery stalks for the legs. And for the charcoal in the bottom of the grill, we're going to be using our blackberries. You could even use the blueberries that you had left over. We've got our wooden skewers again. And then the first thing we need to do is I'm going to take this melon baller and I'm just going to scoop out all of the middle of my watermelon here. So this is going to take a while. So while I'm doing that, Don is going to flip his watermelon half over.
Like that.
And then in order for the grill to stand up, we need these celery legs. So I'm thinking if we put about 3 spots there of little tiny holes that we can put the celery legs into, that will help the grill stand up. So why don't you do that?
Okay, this is going to be the first time I've ever done this, but I think I have a great idea on how it's going to be done.
Okay. Are you an engineer?
Sort of.
Just a train engineer, not a...
That's exactly it.
So we're going to continue scooping out our watermelons. As you can see, it takes a while. And Don's going to continue building the legs there. And we're going to be back when we've got the legs and the centers of both of our watermelons ready for the next step. So we've got our grills all set up here. They're precariously perched.
Wow. That's alliteration, isn't it? When you say the same letter and it starts.
Yes, precariously perched.
Wow.
So what we want to do before we put our skewers in is we want to fill up the bottom with just a little bit, a thin layer of like the blackberries and the blueberries.
Charcoal, right?
Yes, so that's going to act as our charcoal. So you want to put your sharp end of your skewer just in the back there.
Okay. Let's see what I
And
can
kind of twist it as you push it through.
do. Let's twist again.
And then when you get to the far end, just make the tip kind of just touch into that flesh of the watermelon.
Oh, that's it?
Because you don't need to worry about it. Nope.
I thought we had to go right through.
No, because then we're going to get them all lined up like this. So just put a couple more in.
Okay.
And while we do that, I'm going to grab our, like the little cutting tool, and then we'll snip off the ends here.
So what are you using there?
So I'm just using these, they're like metal pliers, I think, and I'm just going to snip off the ends of each of these pieces of the skewer, just like that.
What do you call those?
I just thought they were metal.
They're clippers, yeah.
Clippers. Okay, so we're going to get the rest of these put through our watermelon, and then we'll be back to finish it off. So we've got our grills finished. So now the test is to see if we can take our kebabs and put them onto our grill.
Okay.
So lift up yours.
Lifting up. Oh, yeah.
And it's withstanding. There we go. So I just want to thank you for joining me here on our channel today, Dawn.
I want to thank you for having me on your channel today, Jen.
So we're going to head over to Dawn's channel and do a collab, and it is the fruit and veggie hokey pokey.
Do you know what that channel is?
The Learning Station.
Yes.
I watch it every day in kindergarten.
Do you?
Yeah, so make sure you guys head over to Dawn's channel, The Learning Station, and check out the collab that we're going to do and all of his other fabulous videos. So I hope you enjoyed learning how to make a rainbow fruit kebab with a watermelon grill, and we will see you all next time.